The mission was supposed to be routine, but the target was faster than I anticipated. A jagged blade tore through the muscle of my arm. I finished the job, I always do, but as I stumbled into the rainy night, the world began to tilt. The blood wouldn't stop. I'm going to die, I thought. And in that moment, I didn't think of Mother. I didn't think of the gang. I thought of her. I dragged my dying body to May's apartment. I slipped through the window, leaving a trail of crimson on her floor. When I heard the lock turn on the front door, I scrambled into her wooden cabinet, hiding among her coats. Through the slats of the door, I watched her enter. She froze, her eyes falling on the dark stains leading to the cabinet. My hand was on my knife, but I had no strength left to pull it. "Come out," she said softly. Her voice didn't shake. "It's okay. I know it's you." I was stunned. She knew. "Don't worry," she continued, stepping closer. "I'm not scared anymore. Do you need help?" Her voice sounded like an angel's song in the dark. But before I could answer, the blood loss won. The world turned black. Heaven or earth. When my eyes finally fluttered open, I wasn't in the gutter or a morgue. I was on a soft bed. The air smelled of vanilla and antiseptic. I saw her face first, golden and glowing under the lamp. "Am I dead?" I whispered, my voice cracked and dry. "Is this heaven?" May let out a small, cute laugh that made my heart skip. "No, silly," she said. The reality hit me. I bolted upright, my eyes wide with shock. "Don't move," she commanded, gently pushing me back down. "The wound is deep. I did my best to stitch it. I used to study to be a veterinarian before I changed my mind and took that office job. I suppose a human isn't that much different from an animal." I felt my face heat up. No one had ever spoken to me with such casual warmth. I stared at her, mesmerized by the way she moved. "Why?" I managed to ask. "Why are you helping a monster like me?" May smiled, her cheeks turning a soft pink. "Because you let me go that night. And, because I knew you were watching over me. Thank you for your visits, Yuna." My heart stopped. She knew. "Besides," she added, her expression darkening slightly, "my boss was a horrible man. He tried to touch me many times when we were alone. He deserved what happened. You saved me in more ways than one." She looked at me then, her eyes searching mine, and for the first time in my life, I didn't want to hide behind a mask. I eventually made it to the syndicate's private clinic, the sterile, hidden room where we go to be patched up after the blood work is done. But Mother was already there, waiting in the shadows. "You're getting dull, Yuna," she said, her voice a cold lash. "I expect perfection, yet you nearly died on a routine hit." She stepped closer, her eyes narrowing as she looked at my arm. The terror I felt wasn't from her anger, but from what she said next. "Our doctor tells me someone already worked on you. Someone with amateur hands but a steady heart." She pulled a photograph from her coat and tossed it onto the metal tray. It clattered next to the surgical tools. It was a photo of May. "Is this her?" Mother asked. "The girl you've been following like a stray dog? The one who stitched your skin?" My heart stopped. My breath hitched, and my hands that had never shaken while holding a sniper rifle, began to tremble. I couldn't hide the fear in my eyes. Mother tilted her head, let out a dry, haunting laugh. "What is this? An expression? After all these years, have I finally found your weakness?" Her face hardened instantly into a mask of cruelty. I will not allow my finest weapon to be blunted by sentiment. You have a new assignment, Yuna. Kill the girl. The world felt like it was collapsing. I thought of May's cute laugh, her veterinarian stitches, and the way her face flushed when she looked at me. If you don't do it, Mother whispered, leaning into my ear, I'll simply send the other 9 members to do it slowly. I'll give you 1 week to bring me her heart. Don't disappoint me again. As Mother walked away, the silence of the clinic felt like a tomb. I was a fool. By coming here for help, I had led the devil straight to the only angel I'd ever known. I didn't hesitate. I couldn't. Every second that passed was a second closer to Mother's deadline. I went straight to May. When she opened the door, her face lit up with that same warm, innocent smile. Hey, you're already up and about. That was fast. We have to go, I said, my voice urgent and low. We need to hide. Now. She blinked, the smile fading into confusion. What? Why? Where? I explained the situation. The photograph, Mother's order, the death sentence hanging over both our heads. I expected her to scream or run. Instead, a heavy silence fell between us. Why are you trying to save me, Yuna? She asked, her gaze piercingly serious. If you kill me, you'll be safe. If you don't, they'll just kill us both. Why take the risk? I was stunned. What are you talking about? Aren't you scared of dying? I am, she whispered, her voice trembling. I'm terrified. But I don't want you to die because of me. I won't let that happen, I promised, stepping closer until I could feel the heat radiating from her. I've spent my whole life taking lives. For once, I'm going to save one. Her eyes lingered on mine, searching for the truth. Finally, she nodded. Okay. Where are we going? I took her to my ghost room, a fortified, underground bunker I had prepared years ago for an emergency. It was cramped, stocked with enough supplies to survive a siege, and completely off the grid. I had never planned on sharing it with anyone. For a week, the world above ceased to exist. Being in such close quarters, the air between us began to change. We talked for hours. I told her about the cardboard box, the good girl, pats from Mother, and the emptiness I had carried for 20 years. She listened without judgment, her heart breaking for the girl I used to be. One night, the gravity of our situation felt heavier than usual. We were sitting on the floor, the only light coming from a single dim lamp. You deserve to be loved, Yuna, she whispered. Not for what you can do, but for who you are. She leaned in, her movements slow and deliberate. When her lips pressed against mine, my brain short-circuited. It was my first kiss, the first time a touch didn't mean pain or omission. It was soft, tasting of salt and desperation, and it ignited a fire in me that no training could ever extinguish. In that dark, cramped room, I wasn't an assassin, and she wasn't a witness. We were just two souls clinging to each other before the storm.
You say my name like a secret spell, skin to skin, where our shadows fell. No words left, just the sound of breath. We're lost somewhere between love